Overview demo is completed already. So overview demo is completed. So I think you all can hear me. Okay. So please do not type anything in chat box during the demo session. At last, I will be giving the time. At that time, you can clarify your queries. So just mute your microphones after completing the demo. Okay, I'll be giving the time to clarify all your queries. Already yesterday, we completed what? Overview demo. Those who missed, don't worry. Okay, this is just a general discussion. So after completing this demo, ping us on WhatsApp. So you know our WhatsApp number also. Yesterday, already we completed the overview of the program. Yesterday, I missed one important point. So actually, this course includes both data and business analytics with generative AI tools and machine learning. In yesterday's demo class, in this course curriculum, I added only data analytics modules. Now I am going to update business analytics also. Okay, just I will update here. So yesterday, whatever the course curriculum that I added, that is data analytics. Now I am going to add business analytics. After writing those modules, then we are going to start our technical demo. So then we are going to start our technical demo. Okay, fine. Course curriculum for business analytics. As usual, so Microsoft Excel. So Microsoft Excel needed for both data and business analytics. Just I'm separating. Already I wrote this. Basic and advanced for data analytics as well as for business analytics. For both needed what? Microsoft Excel. Just I'm separating. Okay. And next SQL, which is very common. Even no SQL. SQL and NoSQL also same in both data and business analytics. And next, statistics for business analytics, obviously. And next, business intelligence. Microsoft Power BI. And next, Tableau. And next here, business process analysis. Next, financial analytics. And next, marketing analysis. Marketing analytics. Customer and sales analytics. Then afterwards, supply chain. And operations analytics. Then afterwards, predictive analytics. And at last, you will be having agile methodology. In companies, they used to follow one agile methodology. Obviously, in this, it includes about sprints. Okay. Next what? Jira and even Confluence. And as usual, generative AI tools, which already I wrote, okay, in our data analytics. So actually, we can't separate, okay, data and business analytics because some modules which are common in both data and business analytics. So what are those common concepts means? For example, so Microsoft Excel, so these even statistics and Power BI. So first to four, even I wrote in data analytics, Microsoft Power BI and Tableau. Then afterwards, generative AI tools. So only the new concepts were what? Business intelligence, business process analysis, financial analytics, marketing analytics, customer and sales analytics, supply chain and operation analytics, predictive analytics, and finally, agile methodology. Okay, these things are new. Okay, fine. So yesterday I wrote only data analytics part, and today I added that business analytics modules also. To complete all these, it is going to take nearly 6 months duration, which already we discussed all this. Okay, so now we are going to start our actual technical demo. Okay, fine. So those who missed yesterday's demo class, don't worry. So after this demo class, so just ping me on WhatsApp. Okay, we will discuss about that. Okay, fine. Thank you. So now let's start the technical demo. Data analytics. Data analytics is the process of collecting, cleaning, organizing, and analyzing data. So to understand about data analytics, first you need to know about these four words. If you are able to understand these four words, then data analytics is nothing. It's very simple. Okay. So first, data collection. And what is the second one? Data cleaning. And next, data organizing. And next, data analyzing, or simply analyzing data. So however we write, it doesn't matter. Okay. So first, regarding data collection. Data collection means we need to gather the data from sources like databases. So it can be any database. So it can be SQL based or no SQL based. So both we are going to discuss. So first we need to gather the data. Okay. From databases, even from files. Simply what? Some SQL files, CSV files, okay, even from text to files and whatever, and even from our spreadsheets. King of spreadsheets is what? Excel. So even from Excel also you can get. Okay, then afterwards, websites. So websites means, for example, Facebook, Instagram, even some banking applications, HDFC, ICICI. It can be any website. From there also we are going to gather the data. Here the final conclusion is what? The first step is what? We need to gather the data. Sources can be anything. We need to gather the data. Okay. After gathering the data, then the next step is what? Data cleaning. Okay. So in case of data cleaning, you can do this data cleaning with what? You can do with SQL, no SQL, Excel, Power BI, Tableau. Okay. So we are having so many ways, even Python with pandas. Okay. So we are having so many ways in cleaning the data. But this is just a demo class. Suppose if I start opening all these, it is going to take more time. So this is just a demo. So because of this reason, everything I'm going to type and I'm going to explain. Okay. At the end of this demo class, I will open Power BI and simply I will show how you can create some bar chart, pie chart, something like that. Okay. Because this is just a demo. Most of the things I'm going to prefer to type. Okay. But at the end of the demo session, I'm going to open Power BI. Then I will show how you can create a simple bar chart, pie chart, something like that. Okay. So if I start opening all these, this demo is not going to complete within 40 minutes or 30 minutes. It will take 2 to 3 hours. So that's the reason. Okay. Just you need to understand the concept here. Okay. So in this data cleaning, mainly 3 points. The first point is what? Remove duplicates. And next is what? Fix errors. And next is what? Handle missing values. So if you know these three, then you will be getting a clear clarification about data cleaning. First, remove duplicates. So problem. Sometimes we are going to have same data multiple times. Same data multiple times. So for example, name, email. So let's say here name I am writing as Supriya and the email ID is what? Supriya@gmail.com. And the name I am writing what here? Rahul. And the email ID is what? Rahul@gmail.com. And again, Supriya. So it's very clear. Supriya we are having, that means Supriya data we are having multiple times. Now we need to fix this. Okay. So after cleaning, we are going to remove the duplicate row for Supriya. Okay. So actually already I said, so this data cleaning, specifically this remove duplicates, we can do with any of this. Is it clear, right? Okay. So this is just a demo class. I'm going to type. So here simply I'm going to do like this. So I think based on this, you got the clarification. That means whatever the multiple times we are having Supriya, right? So we deleted one. Okay. See, this is just a demo class. So because of this reason, after completing this concept, I am not asking any doubts. If it is a live class, even if I explain a small topic also, I am going to ask any doubts. If students have any doubt, they are going to ask, I am going to clarify. But this is just a demo class, right? So that's the reason I am not asking. But at the end of this demo, if you have any queries, you can ask. So I think finally you got some clarification about remove duplicates. So then after this, we are going to discuss with fix errors. So let's say problem, sometimes some typos issue, some spelling mistakes or some wrong entries or whatever. Okay. So how we are going to fix these errors? For example, so let's say here I am going to consider name as well as age. Here Priya age is 25 and the Rahul age is minus 30. This is something like what? Error. Why this is an error? Because age cannot be negative. Age cannot be negative. So let's say Supriya again. Here the age is what? 28. Here Priya and Supriya age is fine. But Rahul age is negative. So assume that it can be a typo issue by mistakenly added this subtraction symbol or maybe some wrong entry. Okay, it includes both here. Is it clear, right? So then as usual, so we need to fix this. It's very simple. Instead of minus 30, we are going to make it as what? 30. So this particular negative to positive number conversion, whether it is Python with pandas, even Power BI or anywhere, simply we are going to use what? Absolute function. But this is not the right time to discuss about all this. So just simply, I'm not writing all this. Just directly, I'm going to write here. So after cleaning, correct the age for Rahul. So what we are going to do here, maybe 30 instead of minus 30. Okay, final result is what? This. Okay, fine. First, we understood about data collection. We need to gather the data from different sources. After gathering the data, then the next step is what? Data cleaning. In that first one is what? Remove duplicates. Here we remove one duplicate row. And next here, fix errors. So in this case, negative age is there. So that we made as positive. And the third one in this data cleaning is what? Handle missing values. Okay. Problem. Some data is missing or blank. Okay, so I'm going to consider name as well as city. So here Priya, city, Hyderabad, Rahul, city is missing here. And next Supriya, city, Chennai. Okay, so in this case, specifically for Rahul, city is missing. It depends upon the client requirement. City is missing, so directly we can't remove this row. Generally in companies, PO means product owner. This is one of the job role. Product owner is going to gather the requirements from the client. Based on that, as a junior or senior data analyst, we need to do this data cleaning part. Is it clear? Right? So directly we can't take any decisions. Is it clear? Right? For example, in this scenario, so many possibilities are there. So in this case, so many possibilities. So for example, ways to clean missing data. So directly we can't take any decisions. For example, let's say you all are students. How you people know about SIVASOFT? Some students from Google, some students from Instagram, and some students from Facebook, and some students through any, okay, our own student reference or whatever. So finally, you came here to attend the demo. Is it clear? Let's say we missed one of the student number, contact number. Okay, then no use of that particular data, right? Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete that row. Because if student number or email or something, if it is not available, no use of that particular data for me. Because how I can contact that particular student? Is it clear, right? Okay, because that number or email is critical for me. Is it clear, right? Simply I can say it's a critical data. So that's the reason in that case, I'm going to delete that particular data, because for me main is what? Contact number as well as email. But in this case, this city, it's not mandatory. Sometimes it is mandatory, sometimes it is not mandatory. Is it clear? Right? So that's the reason here total 3 possibilities we are having. First possibility. Okay. So what we are going to do, fill in missing values simply with what? Unknown. Assume that this is one of the client requirement. Assume that if the client requirement is unknown, just fill it with what? Unknown. Okay. So let's say if the client requirement is what? Some default city. If the client requirement is what? Some default city, then what we are going to do? Just let's say if the client requirement is default city, Pune. Then what we are going to do? We are going to have here Pune. Next, last requirement. In case of missing values, as per the client requirement, remove the row. Then what we are going to do? We are going to remove. So here totally 3 possibilities we are having. So we are not going to take any decisions. Okay. It's all depends upon client requirement. Is it clear, right? Okay. And again, see here. So the first step is what? Data collection. We need to gather the data from different sources. After that, we need to do the data cleaning. In data cleaning, we are having so many points. But this is just a demo class. I considered only 3. First one is what? Remove duplicates. And the second one is what? Fixing errors. And the third one is what here? Handle missing values. Don't think that we are having only these 3. Okay. But this is just a demo. I'm considering these 3. Okay. Then after this, we are going to discuss with what? Data organizing. Organizing data is the process of sorting, grouping, and storing or saving data properly. Okay. So once if you complete this data organizing part, then we are going to do analyzing part. So now first data organizing. So here I am going to consider some sample data. So this data is something like what? Unorganized data. Here I am going to consider 4 columns and 5 rows. So name, department. So whenever I am typing, observe carefully this data so that in future you are going to understand very easily. Just observe the data. Okay. So first here name Rahul, department IT, and the salary 50,000 and the city Hyderabad. Then afterwards Priya, department HR, salary 40,000 and the city Chennai. Okay, so then afterwards Supriya, department IT, and the salary 55,000 and the city Hyderabad. So then after this Anil, department HR, and the salary 42,000 and the city Chennai. Then afterwards Ravi, department sales, salary 45,000 and the city Mumbai. So here I am going to consider totally 5 rows. So we can call it as rows, records, documents, objects. In general, we are going to call it as what? Rows. Okay. And also documents I used right here. In NoSQL databases, we used to call it as what? Documents. Okay. Collection means table. So documents means nothing but row. Okay. Whatever, finally, we are having here 5 rows. Okay. So next here, I'm going to do first sorting. Okay. So just sorting here first. Assume that as per the client requirement, sorting highest to lowest salary. Okay, fine. So as usual, this sorting we are going to do with what? So Power BI, Excel, even by using SQL, Pandas, so many ways. But here just I am typing. Okay, so here manually I am doing here. Supriya is having highest salary. Right now we are having only 5 records or 5 rows. So in this scenario, it is very easy to tell highest as well as lowest salaries. Suppose if you having 1,000 records, suppose if you are having 1 lakh records, at that time it is difficult. So that is the reason this sorting plays a major role. So now it is very clear, highest salary for Supriya 55,000 and the lowest salary for Priya 40,000. Is it clear, right? Okay. So this sorting part is done in this data organized. So then afterwards, grouping. Okay. So now in case of grouping, as usual, as per the client requirement, here group by department and calculate average salary. Okay, nothing is there here. Here, what we are going to do means in each department, how many employees we are having at the same time, average salary. Okay, department and next employees And next here, average salary. IT department. How many employees in this IT department? Supriya and Rahul. And also I want average salary. Okay. So let's say 55,000, 50,000. So generally how we are going to find the average? Total divided by 2. So let's say here what is the total? So 1,05,000. Okay. Then divided by how many employees? 2 employees. Nothing but 52,500. And then which department? HR department. So in HR department also 2 employees, Anil and Priya. So here also I want average salary. Average means total divided by how many employees. Let's say here 82,000 divided by 2 employees, 41,000. So next, in sales department, only 1 employee. And okay, only 1 employee, right? So directly we can write here 45,000. So regarding this is just for your understandable purpose. Now I'm removing that. So here what I did, group by department, and I calculated average salary. Okay. So in this particular data organizing, sorting we did highest to lowest salary, and also we did what? Group by department. That means in each and every department how many employees, at the same time average salary. Fine. So next step is what? We need to store or save. So this is just a demo class, right? I'm going to prefer save. Okay. So now I'm going to prefer in CSV format. This is just a demo class. Okay. I'm going to prefer here CSV format. So we are going to store organized data in a structured table or like in a spreadsheet. So king of spreadsheet is what? Excel or even in database, or simply I am going to prefer right now in CSV format. Okay. So actually CSV stands for comma separated values. So comma separated values. Okay. So I'm going to consider this data. So just give here comma. So any format that you can prefer, I am preferring right now here CSV format. Okay, fine. So again, see here. Okay. So in the first step, what we did, we gathered some data. In the second step, nothing but data cleaning. We remove duplicates. And next, we fix errors, especially here negative A. And here, how we are going to handle missing values. Then third one is what here? Data organizing. Here, what we did? Sorting. So that means from highest to lowest. And next here, grouping. So group by department, and we calculated average salary. And what is the last step here? We are going to store. Here, you can store in any way. I prefer right now CSV format. CSV means just you are going to have water, comma. That's it. So later, at the end of this demo class, I'm going to save this file in CSV format. Then I'm going to open in Power BI. I will show how we can make bar chart, pie chart, something like that. Okay. Next step, data analysis or simply analyzing data. Analyzing data is something like what? Studying the data to understand what it is telling us. So analyzing data means what? Studying the data to understand what it is telling us. So here I am going to consider this data, sort by salary, highest to lowest is there, right? So I'm going to prefer this. So now steps to analyze data. So steps to analyze data. Okay. So the first step is what? We need to understand the data. So already I said this point. Whenever I'm typing, I said that observe. Okay. So this is the first step. Look at what each column represents. So first column is what? Name. Second column is department. And the third column is salary. And the fourth column is city. This should be our first observation. Okay. First, we need to understand the data. That means look at what each column represents. Here, name, department, salary, city. So this is our first step. Then the second step is what? We need to find patterns. We need to find patterns. What exactly pattern? A pattern is a repeated trend. A pattern is a repeated trend or regular behavior found in data. A pattern is a repeated trend or regular behavior found in data. So that means simply I can give one simple example. Let's say in general. So in general, every Friday they were going to release new movie. So this is a regular pattern. This is a regular pattern. Every Sunday is a holiday. That is also a regular pattern. Okay. So regarding movies, sometimes they will release movies on Thursdays. Suppose even Monday, Tuesday also. Suppose if any festivals, that is a different case. Okay. But in general, every Friday they were going to release a new movie. That is a regular pattern. Every Sunday is a holiday. That is also a regular pattern. Okay. So whenever something is going to happen repeatedly or regularly, that is nothing but what? Pattern. So now from this data, we can find so many patterns. But this is just a demo. I'm going to write only 2 patterns. So what is the first pattern I'm going to write here? IT has the highest salaries. If you see, IT department are getting highest salaries. HR department are getting lowest salaries. So HR has the lowest salaries. Okay. Not only these 2 patterns, we can find some other patterns also. For example, in sales department, only 1 employee. Okay. So all IT team belongs to Hyderabad city. All HR team belongs to Chennai city. So like this, so many patterns we can find. But this is just a demo. Now I am considering only these 2 patterns. IT has the highest salaries and HR has the lowest salaries. Okay. So what we did here, we found some patterns. Is it clear, right? So after completing these patterns, then next is what? Draw insights. So what exactly insights? Insights means the useful understanding or hidden meaning discovered after analyzing data. Okay. So insights means the useful understanding or hidden meaning discovered after analyzing data. Okay. Let's say from here, what we found here, IT has the highest salaries, HR has the lowest salaries, right? From these patterns or from this data, we need to understand or hidden meaning discovered after analyzing data. So that means here, what is the hidden meaning of these two patterns? For example, see here, IT department may need budget adjustments because salaries are higher. Okay, so see here, insights means what? The useful understanding or hidden meaning discovered after analyzing data. Let's say here we are having two patterns. Here we are having two patterns. Okay, based on these two patterns, so here, what are the insights for these two patterns? So what are the insights for these two patterns? Okay, for example, here IT department may need budget adjustments because salaries are higher. So for example, every year they were giving 20%, 30% hike. So this year they will tell some reasons, whatever. They will tell that you'll be getting only a 5% or 10% hike, something like that. So they need to do some budget adjustments. This is one hidden meaning in this case. Okay. So coming to HR has the lowest salaries. HR salaries are lower because of this reason. So HR salaries are lower. So because of this reason, could affect retention. Could affect what? Retention. So what is retention here? So the ability of a company to keep its employees from leaving. See, whenever salaries were lower, definitely or maybe a chance, okay, those employees, they were going to look for alternate another opportunities. Wherever they are going to get some good package or highest salary, definitely they are going to move, right? So they need to stop that. So in this case, maybe what they are going to tell means every year you people are getting only 3 to 5% hike. So this year you are going to get a 10% hike. Is it clear, right? Okay. So based on the patterns, the next step is what? We need to draw insights. Insights means what? The useful understanding or hidden meaning discovered after analyzing data. So this is one and this is second. So IT department may need budget adjustments because their salaries are higher. HR salaries are lower. So maybe a chance of, that means it could affect to retention. So it could affect retention. So that's the reason they will tell that. So you will be getting some good hike from this year or whatever it may be the reasons. Okay. So this is just a demo class. So because of this reason, I'm going to give a one-line definition regarding business analytics. See, business analytics means using data. So business analytics means what? Using data to understand business problems. For example, in this data, these two are the problems. Okay. And make better decisions. So these two are the decisions. Is it clear, right? So simple, a single line definition. Okay, fine. So now again see here. Okay. So in this data analytics, the first step is what? Collecting the data. After that, what we are going to do? Data cleaning. Then we are going to do what here? Organizing, nothing but data organizing. And after that, okay, analyzing data. So that part also we complete. Okay. And the next last one is what? Simple visualization. Okay. So simple visualization. So here, as a technical persons also, let's say we are having 1 lakh records. It's very difficult to understand the data properly. Suppose if any visualization is there, then it is very easy. Okay. So here, this is just a demo class. I will show simply bar chart as well as pie chart. Now I am going to open Power BI. So Power BI desktop. And also we need to save this file, right? So just copy this. So Control S to save desktop. So here I'm going to save simply data. So what is the file extension? .csv. So what is the file extension? .csv. Just save it. So here I open Power BI. So don't bother anything. So this is just a demo class. Okay. So I'm going to get the data. Text class CSV. Already data cleaning is done in that particular data. Manually we did. Suppose if you want to do, you can click on transform data. So in this Power BI ecosystem, we are having so many things. For example, this is Power Query Editor. So this is the place where we are going to do the data cleaning and all those other stuff, data organizing, everything. For example, see sorting. So click here, you can do sorting here, sort ascending, sort descending. Okay, you can do all these things. Okay, right now don't bother about all this. So whatever, close and apply. So if you observe carefully on the right side, so this is the place you are going to see the data. So here I'm going to prefer simple bar chart. Anything you can prefer. Okay. So this bar, this one or this one, anything you can prefer. Okay. So now I'm going to prefer this one. I'm going to prefer. Okay, column chart instead of this bar chart. This is a bar chart. I'll prefer column chart. Okay. So just click on this. So it's very simple. Okay, here what I'm going to do means, here I'm going to have department, right? So this department, just drag and place it on, that means drag and drop on x-axis. And next salary on y-axis. Here clearly we can see, okay, some data here. So here totally 3 departments, right? IT department, HR department, sales department. Here sum of salaries. In IT department, 2 employees we are having. So that's the reason, obviously highest salary. Okay, high you can see total 1,05,000. And here HR also 2 employees 82,000 and sales only 1 employee 45 because this data belongs to department and total salary, sum of salary. Okay, so then after this, let's say here I will consider here pie chart. So in case of pie chart, what I want to know means in each and every department, let's say HR, IT, sales, how many employees? Just drag and drop name here. So it's very clear. So department IT, count of name 2. And here sales department, count of name 1, only 1 employee. And here as usual, we know department HR, 2 employees. And next additionally here, I'm going to add some button slicer. Okay. So don't bother about all these. Okay. So don't bother about all these. So this is just a demo class. So let's say you did not understand anything, how I opened and how I am doing. Don't bother about all this because you came here to learn, right? Okay. So then afterwards, I'm going to add this button slicer. So in this button slicer, just drag and drop department. So here, this is something like what? Button slicer. So if I click on HR, only you can see HR data. If you click on IT, only we can see IT data. So if you click on sales, we can see only sales data. Let's say you don't want this, just select and delete it. Okay, whatever. So this is the simple way we can create what? This column chart or even what? This. Okay, so that's it. If you have any queries, now you can type in chat box or otherwise after completing this demo, you can interact in this WhatsApp. Suppose if you don't have any queries, okay, you can leave the meeting. And from tomorrow onwards, same time we are starting, okay, classes.